Hey y'all, it's Paula and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk all about positivity and having a good outlook on life. I get about 1.5 billion questions every single day about how in the world do I stay so positive and have such a good outlook on life and yada yada yada. It's asked several different ways. The biggest thing is to stay grateful. Because I feel like if you stay grateful for things that you have and people that are in your life, you're less likely to focus on things that you don't have and people who choose not to be in your life or people that you can't have or whatever the case is. So just always stay grateful, because in the end, that is going to make it a lot easier for you to have a positive outlook and just be a happier person in general. The next thing I would say is have a group of people in your life who can help you stay positive and help you stay in a good mindset. Don't constantly surround yourself with people who are constantly negative, constantly involved in drama, constantly wanting to fight and argue, and that's not healthy. And ultimately that is going to make you turn into those people, and that's not a good thing, and it's not healthy. It's not at all healthy to want to stay involved in drama and conflict all the time. Things are going to happen and circumstances are going to come up, and I'm not saying be a pushover or hide your feelings or anything like that. I'm just saying don't constantly be involved in drama, because that is going to make you an unhappy person, if that makes sense. And if you surround yourself with those types of people, then you are eventually going to become who you hang out with, and nobody wants to be in drama all the time. Or at least I don't like drama. Drama's not my thing. So just kind of stay. It's okay to be friendly to those people and talk to those people and, be civil, but don't surround yourself with that type of a friend group or even relatives. If you have relatives who are constantly negative or constantly want to be involved in drama, it's okay to be around them. And if they're family, then obviously you have to, be civil, or at least try to be. But you don't have to constantly associate yourself with those types. And it's better if you don't associate with them, and you keep it, sort of to a minimum as much as you can. And the third and final thing, this is a really short video, is I would say try and always remember that somebody somewhere has it so much worse than you do. In my case, I started realizing this when I started going to Shriners Hospital. It was when I was pretty young. I think I was probably like 11 or 12. And I saw a little girl come in. She was a little bit younger than me. She's probably about 8 or 9. And she had no arms or no legs at all. She was in a wheelchair. She was nonverbal. But you all, that was the happiest human being I think I have ever met in my entire life. She was smiling so big when her mom brought her into that hospital that she just looked like she was on top of the world. And it was the sweetest, most humbling thing I have ever experienced in my entire life. I'm gonna get emotional. I don't mean to get emotional, but it really, I remember I looked up at my grandma and I said, she has it worse than I do. And my grandma said, yeah, she does, but look at her. She's smiling. So always try to remember that somebody somewhere always has it worse off than you do. Whether you have a disability or not, somebody's always got it worse. Another example I will give, and I'm not going to say this little boy's name out of respect for his privacy and his mama's privacy. I had a teacher in college, and she knows who she is. And she had a little boy, or she has a little boy. And when we first started that class, I remember her talking so highly of this little amazing boy that she had, and we had never met him. And she said that he had spina bifida, and that's actually how she and I clicked. And the first time I ever met this little boy, he didn't have a babysitter that day, or the babysitter was sick, or something had happened, and she ended up having to bring him to work with her. We walked in, and this little boy immediately, like that, looks over at me and starts smiling. Y'all, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I'm not even kidding. He looked at me and started smiling, and I looked up at her and I go, oh my God, I want him. I swear, to this day, every time I see them, I want to take him home with me. Because he's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Y'all, he's nonverbal. And he's in a wheelchair. Like I said, he has spina bifida. Just like I do. But his is so much worse. He can't tell you when he's hurt. He can't tell you when he's sick. And for his mama, I'm sure that has to be the most painful thing that she will ever have to experience. Is to look at her child and know that he can't tell her what's wrong. But you know what? He has a mama and a daddy and a sister who love him to absolute pieces. But he can't tell them he loves them. He can show it. And by golly, he does, because he is, oh my God, he is the happiest human being. But he can't talk. He can't talk. But he's so happy. And being around him literally makes me just the happiest human being. Because he's so incredibly sweet and happy and loving. And every time I'm around him, I can think, you know what? He may not be able to talk and tell us that he loves us or tell us what's going through his little head, but you know what? He is human. He is an amazing human. And he makes me look in the mirror every single day and think, there are so many other people who have it so much worse than I do. And it makes me extremely, extremely, extremely grateful for what I do have and for the things that I can do. Because there are so many other people who can't. So I encourage everybody who is watching this video to just take a look in the mirror and say to yourself, there are so many other people who have it so much worse than I do. Because it's the truth. So just be grateful for what you do have and things that you can do and the people that you do have. But guys, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, go down there and give a thumbs up, leave comments, go up there, hit that red subscribe button, hit that bell so that you know every time I post a video. I post at least once a week, depending on my schedule for the week. Sometimes I'll post more. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.